Welcome to Come to My Kitchen. One of my favourite people in life is coming to my kitchen today, and she's going to be cooking us a delicious lamb and rice dish. One of my favourites, actually. Stay with us.
We are making today the lamb shoulder on rice, on a beautiful jeweled rice. So we've got a beautiful fresh cut of lamb shoulder. So you don't actually have to, traditionally we would go to the Lebanese butcher and buy a whole lamb shoulder, and this was something that we would feast on. What I love about this dish is it is something that I go to during the week. It's such an easy dish to put together.
It is the simplest. I'm telling you, it's one I make often as well.
Yeah. This lamb shoulder has got a bone in. You could do it without the bone, but the bone does add a beautiful flavour to the broth, which is what we're going to be building up, because we're going to use the broth from cooking the lamb to then cook the rice. That's what adds that beautiful depth of flavour.
The broth makes the stock, right?
Absolutely. So I've got some homemade 7-spice butter. Do you want to have a smell of that?
Oh, yeah.
Ours has a lot of clove in it because we love
that
clove.
Is fantastic.
I'm going to put some olive oil and just give it a nice quick massage. I am going to put a tiny bit of ghee.
Ghee, right.
Because it
now,
does
ghee,
have...
what's ghee? Tell us what ghee is.
It's clarified butter.
It is, but you can use butter as a substitute,
Yes,
can't you?
Definitely
Just
can.
melt the butter in your microwave or melt it on a stovetop, and then there you've got clarified butter.
This is what I love about this recipe. You really can use any size you like, depending on who you've got coming over.
Right.
And you can marinate your lamb the night before, but you don't have to. Okay, so we've now marinated the shoulder, and we're going to get a pot nice and hot because we're going to sear the sides.
And the recipe is in here. I've just found it.
Yes.
And great recipe and really easy to follow.
Now, the beauty of this dish and where all of the flavour comes from is actually in the aromats.
Yeah.
So you can see here, these aromats are quite traditional to Lebanese cooking. We've got fresh bay leaves, we've got some cinnamon bark, star anise, cardamom pods, clove, and this isn't traditionally Lebanese, but it is...
what is it?
It's dried lime.
Oh, wow.
So they use it a lot in Arab cooking from, around the Arab world, Bahrain. And we're going to take this, I think the pot's nice and hot now. You can hear that sizzle. So you want to find a pot that gives you enough room to move the lamb around, gives you enough room to fill it to just above. We're going to put water just to cover. I'm going to go in with the aromats. I'm going to put some of the fresh bay leaves, a cinnamon stick, one of the lime. It's getting a bit hot, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of water. I'm going to add some star anise, some cardamom pods, and some cloves.
What we're doing is roasting the nuts.
We're going to add a little bit of ghee just to give them a beautiful buttery flavour. Traditionally on Mansaf, which is what we're making, the nuts are always cooked in either oil or ghee. If you love cashews and you love walnuts, you can be very creative with this dish and you can add your own sort of take on the nuts, but traditionally these are the types of nuts that we use. Now, it's really important to know you've got to cook them separately because all nuts cook at different temperatures and take different amounts of time. And in the book, I've actually got a checklist at the end of every chapter. So if you were to make this spread, so the book is put together as spread. So if you were to make it, it tells you the day before the stuff you could do, the morning of, and then the final stages. The nuts are done. I'm going to put them aside, and we're going to wait a little while for the stock so that we can cook the rice. But in the meantime, did you say you'd made some yogurt?
I did. Because I wanted to one-up Karima, if you like, because she's so good at everything. I decided for this segment that I'm going to make the yogurt.
Oh, look at the consistency.
It's so yum. It's great. And so then what I did with that yogurt, I made 2 batches, is I then made a Greek style yogurt.
So how
from
did you do that?
So I just strained it, right? So you strain it and you
okay.
strain it for 3 to 4 hours.
We're going to make a yogurt and cucumber. Would you call it a dip? Is it a dip or a salad? What is it? I don't know.
It's a dip.
So whenever I do crush garlic, I always crush the salt with it.
Yes, I do too.
And it makes it a Lebanese mother thing that we got from our mothers?
I think so, and it makes a nice paste.
Yes.
And I think it sweetens the garlic just a little bit by
definitely.
doing it. Oh, look at you.
We're just going to cut a dice, as they call it. So we're just going to put the yogurt and cucumber dip together.
Yeah.
So I've got my garlic, salt and mint at the bottom.
Yeah.
I've got my chopped up cucumber at the top, diced up cucumber. So I'm going to start adding some of that beautiful yogurt. It should have a drizzle consistency.
The lamb's still going, the lamb's still cooking, right? And while that's cooking, we're going to make the rice.
Yes, we're going to get onto the rice. Now,
Yeah.
you can have a look here. I'm using a basmati cellar rice, we call it. Now, I'm going to use my cup measurement to scoop some of that beautiful broth from the lamb. And rice that's not seasoned well, so a little bit of salt.
It smells fantastic.
So we're going to ladle some of that water, that stock, into the rice. We're going to bring the rice to a boil.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to turn it on low and simmer it until it's ready.
Yay! This is the moment we're going to assemble the dish. So we're going to start with the rice, and it looks and smells fabulous.
Can you smell those beautiful
Yeah, do you want me to
aromas?
scoop it out?
Yeah. Fill the platter. I love to serve this on a beautiful serving platter, something nice and flat.
So we've got it on the platter.
I like to put a little bit of the currants through the rice.
Okay.
So I've just got some Australian currants and just toss them in, just so they go underneath a little bit. Let's get the lamb. All right, and we are going to, so you can do this several ways. You can sort of put the lamb on top, but I like to kind of shred it and give everybody a
little
piece. So you can see that beautiful lamb
Yum.
is just falling off the bone.
It's just delicious.
Scoop a little bit of that beautiful broth over it, just to give it a little bit of, make it nice and rich and juicy. So I like to mix them all up.
So these are the nuts that we actually cooked up earlier.
Yeah, cooked in the ghee.
Yeah.
And it's always a more is more when it comes to nuts for me. We're going to serve it with our cucumber and yogurt and mint. I'm going to just do a little garnish on top of that with some extra mint to make it pretty. And finally, a drizzle
of
olive oil. So we're going to make sure to catch
Yeah.
all of that beautiful lamb and rice.
Oh my God.
Now,
yes.
You want to have some of that yogurt?
I do. I want
beside
some of
it.
the yogurt as well. Yes. Shall we have a taste? Okay. I'm going to do mine with a bit of yogurt. Fantastic. Love it. Well, that's it. Thank you, Karima, for coming to my kitchen.
My pleasure.
This dish is absolutely delicious. Get the cookbook. It's called Sofra.